Hello there, moin moin ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another Donboxing. Today for you I have the Kinera Relentless. Yes, I'm taking a look at this Kinera, which I think I got as B there, so definitely was a bit cheaper. And in addition to that, we take a look at the Velvet TWS. And I think I start with the quicker unboxing this time here, with the Velvet TWS. Yes, after I already checked out the normal Velvets, because I did like them, I thought, you know, a bit smaller and a bit shorter. Let's see how the TWS are doing here. And this is the S, M, and L set I have here. Or wait, no, this is S, all sizes basically. I think there's an, yeah, here. That's what I was looking for. We are having S, MS, M, ML, and L. And as you can see, the sizes span from 10.4 to 40 millimeters, which is a pretty good size offering overall, I think. And even for S, this is more like SS for most other sets. So that is nice to have. Comes in a carrying case like this here. And I have the normal velvet tip here so we can compare. Let me get my SS out because, yep, my ear canal is pretty small, so I prefer SS. And this is the SS, and it does actually, yeah, seem pretty similar to the normal velvet one. So it's more of a ball shape, as you can see here. And yeah, the actual nozzle or mounting mechanism here, as you can see, is pretty far recessed in the front. That means you can, if you mount this on normal IEMs, in quotes, not TWS, this will definitely insert quite a bit deeper in your ear. And other than that, I think the outlet diameter looks on first glance to be smaller. And I also think this is less squishy at the front. Let's get the normal, which let me just move some ear gunk here. Yes, sorry, I'm wearing all of my ear tips that I have out as comparison. So let's remove a bit of dirt here. That's the normal one. And as you can clearly see, yep, that is a wider outlet diameter here. Absolutely is wider outlet. And what we can also see, yep, this is definitively quite a bit longer, easy to spot here. This is like 3/4 of the length, I would say, the TWS compared to a normal one. And what we can also see here at the bottom, so this here has a bit of a smaller outlet compared to a TWS version, because they decided to put this ring around here, which they claim does pressure alleviation. It doesn't, it just doesn't work like this, but doesn't matter. And the other thing that I will check for here is material thickness. So this seems to be pretty similar, probably identical. But one thing that is not identical, because this is a longer tip, this one is even more ball shaped, so it goes smaller behind. This one, as you can see from the side, slightly, but only slightly. And yeah, definitely shorter. Feeling wise, this actually feels even smoother, I have to confess. Like, this one here is not as smooth as this one. Definitively even smoother here. So I'm not sure if that is due to the difference here of the material, because this is, yeah, black while this one is white. Or if this is just because it's not used, that's why it feels smoother. So yes, I will give this a try and see how they compare sound-wise and fit-wise for me. And yeah, let's come back to the Relentless here. That's the packaging. I do like the looks of it. I'm not sure if this is a crane or what bird this is. Looks nice. I like this art style. Definitely prefer this over the anime girl thing that most people have going on here. Not my type of thing. Some spec at the back here and some lore for your IEM. I don't need that. I won't read it, I have to confess. And then let's see what we actually get when we open it. So easy to slide out, I like that. Then here, prepare for the myth of music, okay. Easy to open here as well. And then we have directly the IEM in here. And on first glance for Beware, I see no obvious issue here. And what I also see, here, take a note puller. You see that? There is some plastic on this. So that means when this is shipped, this won't get scratched. You should really do this puller. Like really, when the anvil came here scratched, is because you don't do that. You can get away with this just being cardboard if you put on some plastic here. And before we take a look at accessory, let's check out the IEM here. This is 1DD6BA and clocks in at, I think, $160 or something like that. Of course, beware, you can get it quite a bit cheaper. And you can see the faceplate here has like, I think, a wave optic where it's supposed to be. I like this, it looks nice. It's not super three-dimensional or anything, but at least you can see some structure going on here. And one thing I can already see here, yeah, you can see how the shells are integrated in each other on the side here. I mean, generally, I don't know, I like this more like transparent optics of IEM, so you can literally see inside how it's looking. And here we can clearly see the DD here with a sound tube going all the way through here. Very nicely to see. And here is a pair, I think these are mid BAs here. And this here is, these are quad BAs directly together. Okay, that's strange. So it has to have a two-way crossover basically. No wait, three-way? I was confused how this is working. Because it's 3 different frequencies means it's a two-way crossover, or is it a three-way crossover? It doesn't matter. So it's like 3 different sound tubes in here, as we can see. And then there's some volume here which is somehow like frosted or something. It looks like it's actually made to be frosted. So like there's some texturing on the inside. It's a bit difficult to see in the camera, but I think it's supposed to be like that. And then the nozzle directly integrated, so no two-part design, or like is two-part design, but very well done. And the 2-pin connector here, as you can see, not color matched. And yeah, it seems to be integrated well though. Pressure hole wise, this could be one of those boys that has some driver flags. I only see one here, and that usually is not such a good sign. But overall build quality seems to be pretty well done here. And yeah, size-wise, this is definitely on the bigger size. It's not as big as the Anvil by any stretch, but it's big. And then let's take a look what other accessories we get. Let's check if there's anything beneath here. Nope, it's not. Or maybe there is. Let me see. Can I move this? Let's do some digging, ladies and gentlemen. There's accessories inside here. Okay, let's see. Ah! And gone is the idea. So let's bring it back here. Yeah, so we get here, I think this is the user manual. Let me quickly check. Yep, that's the user manual. Frequency response, we can see a graph here, weirdly equalized, so not really, doesn't tell us much. But yeah, everything you need, and this booklet at least looks nicely made. And then we have their logo here, the crane, also neat. I'm not sure if I will ever use it. Not the type of guy who is into that. Oh, some silica gel, tasty. And last but not least, let's check out the carrying case here. That's the carrying case. Medium big, I would say, definitively a bit on the thicker side of things. Okay, it's now filled with the cable, but yeah, it doesn't feel too squishy. This goes for this fake leather but textured optic here. Zipper, easy to grip, easy. No, okay, this corner here is a bit of a problem, but easy enough to open. And then we open it. Nice, we have a net here. And when we come, oh, this is a replaceable connector. This, I think, is the 4.4 Pentacon one you get here. Plastic, not aluminium, but for this price, it's still acceptable. Then we check out the cable quickly here. Let's remove this. And get out the casing. Quickly flatten the cable a bit so we see how smooth it is. Hey, this is again pretty damn smooth for just unboxing it. These seem to be 4 thicker cores, like medium thick overall. Very much reminds me of my balanced 2.5 millimeter cable for my headphones in that sense. And then we have a shiny connector here at the bottom, slightly textured, or slightly contoured, but not too much. No strain release whatsoever. And let's go to the mid part here. Again, yeah, chin slider in the same optics, reflective, and you can definitely see this has been used. It's like touched, it's slightly scratched, but I guess it's okay. Oh, the slider doesn't do shit. There's definitively no friction whatsoever, like really. Like even if I just shake it a bit, you can see it's moving. Definitively not working. And then on top, I think this is the same cable thickness. Let's get it a bit closer. Yep, looks like it's the same thickness. And also this part, as you can see, directly pretty damn smooth. So I like to see that. But there's one kink here in the cable. Let me see if I can get this kink out. I can, so that's also okay. And then let's quickly check the ear hooks out. Okay, there's one issue, as you can see here. One ear hook is just way bigger than the other one. Check out this bending radius, definitively on the big side. And check out this bending radius, definitively on the small side. Let me see if this can be made a bit bigger to match the other one. No, it can't. Actually, I'm not sure if this is the reason why this one went back and that's why it's beware or anything. I will need to do some measurements. Sorry, I just noticed my audio recording somehow cancelled itself. So yeah, in between we will have to live with not so great sound. Sorry for that. But yeah, let's continue. Yeah, so I'm not sure if this is why it was returned. But yeah, we can see. And then we have the tips here. This looks like it's rando air silicon tips. Let me see if I can open this without completely botching the packaging. So we can at least see what tips we get here. Yep, these are the rando air silicon tips you get with most other IEMs. Very thin, very squishy. Just a slight like thicker mantle on the around the core here, but not my favorite. And it's SM and L sizing here, but you do get this. Then let's see, what are these tips? Let's quickly check this out. This is foam. We get foam in M and L. That is nice to see. And then last but not least, these are the wider bore outlet tips. And let's see what tips we get here. Yep, okay, I've also seen this tip with other way cheaper IEMs out there. One thing to note here, these are definitely on the shorter side for tips. And they do have a pretty damn wide outlet in that. Not the most squishy one on the inside, but overall still should be fine. Especially if you have smaller ear. I think this is the one where S actually is pretty small. Let me see if I can find an S here. Yep, this is only M. Do we get S? Here, wait, I see it. There's S. Yep, that's S. And as you can see, it's rather small, but the outlet is still very wide. And these are not my favorite tips, but for some IEMs, I have figured out that this type of tip can work there. And again, yeah, it's not the most squishy here. The inner, the core here is a bit harder, so not the most comfy, but it will be okay. Okay, now so quick first impressions for the Kinera Relentless. Yeah, so first, the comfort of this is really good. It's definitely a big shell, but the insertion angles are definitely well chosen. It's also not too long, and really after putting on a short ear tip, it really fit me like a glove. I think the last time I had an experience like this with a like shell of this size, the pull-up PIO2 with a short tip also fit me really nicely. And sound-wise, yeah, I mean, by ear is very V-shaped. The mids are definitively drowned to a decent degree. It is kind of bright on top, but not super bright. It struck me as rather smooth, so for this price point, I was like, it's not the most detailed. I definitely have heard sets that are like half the price that do sound more detailed. And by graph, yeah, so first, you can see channel balancing, not good at all. But honestly, I can't really perceive the difference here. The mids, as you can see, probably the biggest difference. Somehow, because they are that drowned anyway, I wasn't able to perceive the channel imbalance that much or at all. And then you see the treble. I mean, yeah, it's also on the bright side, but it comes off as way smoother than it measures. And interestingly, this is one of those cases, the peak here at like 9K and after that, or the peaks, I don't really perceive this intense. I have heard IEMs where somehow I thought these were way more pronounced, and here I'm like, it doesn't really struck me as that peaky or even as detailed at all somehow. And yeah, that's the first impressions. Yeah, hope you enjoyed it. Questions, recommendations or criticisms, as usual, in the comments. Donspektor out.